Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Superboy Issue number 3. Take a look at this comic cover right here. Now, when we last left off on Superboy, he was working with Ravager for Nowhere to take out an alien prison that just happened to be controlled by Nowhere. This was more or less a test for Superboy. However, because he's not fully in control of his powers, his tactical telekinesis went loopy and blew up the place, and he kind of went missing. We pick up in issue number 3 with him beneath the Earth's crust in molten lava, and it's unique because at this point he's trying to think exactly how does his powers work. He has only defenses when he realizes stuff. So, for example, he knows he's in lava, so he has a defense against the lava. However, he picks up a hot rock, not knowing it's hot, and he feels the pain that comes from it. So his powers work depending on if he knows if a situation is threatening towards him. He eventually gets out of the lava and he comes across a couple having, making some sweet super love, and he interrupts them. He flies the girl back to her home, where he is then proceeded to be attacked by an alien. Now, this alien seems to have some unique powers, controlling certain stuff, having certain telekinetic powers. She also looks like she would be able to control fire too, although if I do remember, I don't think she actually does that. She has a conversation with him, and she points out something that he doesn't realize, that he thinks she's a direct clone of Superman, but that's not necessarily the case. Superboy wants answers to exactly what's going down, so he decides to go back to Nowhere to find these answers. In addition to that, the lady, best known as Red, has her own secrets. Not only is she a telepath, but, well, I'll let you guys figure it out on the last page exactly what she can do. So, will Superboy get the answers that he's looking for, or will he continue to be strung along by this Nowhere group? Well, let's get into issue number 3 with the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Good. Well, see, issue number 2 wasn't really that great of an issue for me. It kind of was lackluster, which was interesting because issue number 1 was good. And I think the reason why issue number 1 was good is because the internal dialogue for Superboy about learning his atmospheres and learning his surroundings was fun. We get more of that here, so that's what makes issue 3 a little bit better than issue 2. It's the fact that Superboy is learning about his surroundings, learning about his atmospheres, and exactly how things work. He's experiencing panic, and he's saying this is a unique experience. It's exhilarating. It's not necessarily fun, but it's exhilarating. He's experiencing talking to a real girl for the first time, not Ravager, a real girl, and he doesn't quite know how to handle it. It's a unique situation for him. It's not like the simulations. So I like that Superboy experiencing things. I like also how they're developing his powers, and that he actually has to be aware of the threat. You can run up behind him and inject him with something, and he could fall asleep. But if he's in front of you, you can shoot a million bullets, and he'll probably just take it all and not get hurt. The character known as Red, I heard was originally from, I believe, Gen 13, but I could be wrong where her origins was. She was a character from Wildstorm, and her character is getting more and more interesting. I'm curious to see where she goes, and Ravager is played off as a badass as always. Bad. I feel as though the structure of this comic could have been a little bit better. We kept on going back and forth between... We had like a third of it with Superboy, and then we had Ravager had her own little piece, and then Red's own little piece, and then back to Superboy's, and it just kind of felt jumpy, and it felt like they were trying to give certain characters some spotlight, but they really didn't get spotlight. Like, for example, Ravager, she has internal dialogue, but only for 1 page. Why? Why give it to her if it's only going to be for 1 page? Where Superboy talks internally for the whole entire thing. So they could have done a better job balancing that. In addition to that, the action scene really wasn't that good in here. It wasn't really displayed that good. It really wasn't that fun. What can I say? Whether or not you should get it. Well, Superboy issue number 3 is a step up from issue number 2. It's about at the same level where issue number 1 was. It has its faults, but on a whole, it's pretty good. Scott Lobdell's had some hits and some misses when it comes down to this DC 52. I feel as though Superboy's been really where he's been doing the most hits. I'm going to have to say that I'm going to give this a solid 3.5 out of 5 stars. Definitely room for improvement, but it was much better than issue number 2. I'm also digging the Superboy costume a lot. Should keep that costume. Superboy is going to really come down to whether or not you should pick it up. Is how much of a Superboy or a Superman fan you are. If you're a fan of Superman and Superboy, then it's something worth looking into. But if you're not a fan of either, if you're just a casual comic book fan looking to find something new to read, Superboy may not necessarily be the place to go. Again, not that it's bad, it's just probably more for committed readers. So with that said, Superboy issue number 3, pretty decent issue. Could have been better, but it was still pretty good, and nice cover art too. So I'm going to end this review here. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.